quite a few expeditions together, so we kind of understand each other. We really have each other's backs. Through the ups and downs, we know each other's moods and all. So that's the reason we are here. I mean, you don't like come with an unknown person. You come with a person whom you know is there for you.
Because in high altitudes, having someone who has your back, that's the most important. Because being with the right people either makes the trip or breaks the trip. In terms of the expedition, cycling expedition, it's, getting to know our bodies cycling, because we've not had experience ever cycling in the mountains. So that's a new terrain, because when you do something new, you have a steeper learning curve, you have new things that you learn. When you do things like trekking or mountaineering that we've done a lot, you tend to go into a home territory zone. Here we're going to learn new things, we get to know more things about each other. That's very exciting.
And there's one more thing, both of us, the hook for this trip was the monasteries in Zanskar. That's one thing which we really wanted to explore for a long time, and both of us are really interested in that. So that's the part I think which really decided, yes, let's do it.
Our entire route, we start out in Spiti, we pass through Kunzumla, and then we go on to Zanskar.
This is the first day of cycling. We've acclimatized in Kaza for about 2 to 3 days, but still the first day, as you know, if any mountaineer or trekker will tell you, you have to go slow, you have to learn to understand your body and to know how much you can push yourself. So we don't have any fixed plan for today.
The first thing that we said is we are going to respect each other's capacity. If we find that we are not acclimatizing well, we'll take it slower. And then day 2 and day 3, we will catch up.
I've travelled a fair bit in the mountains, so there I've cycled a bit like from Leh to Khardungla or Thikse, or just like Manali to Solang Nala and all. Not a lot, so this is going to be an interesting and challenging experience to see how we do.
I think because I've been coming to the mountains as a mountaineer, somewhere or the other this felt like home terrain. Because I'm coming with a cycle, it's giving me a new lens and a new perspective. I am getting to see an old friend through a new lens.
The good part is that it's not so commercial, so that also means that there is less places available where you can have food. So now we have to just kind of make sure, just find out where we find food next. We have paneer, dal, biryani, Mexican rice, Szechuan rice,
Jeera rice,
curd rice. I think we have more stuff than what a dhaba would offer here.
Over here, you always have to make sure you have a butane, you have your own stock in case you cannot find meals, you can camp and make your own meals.
When you come to the mountains, they're just so beautiful and just be out there in nature. So yes, you want to cycle, you want to push your limits, you want to feel the adrenaline rushing, but at the end of it, the idea is to just be with nature and have fun.
We don't want to make it a cycling expedition where it's only adventure. We want to get a feel of the place, get a feel of the people.
We are on our way to Kunzumla. We're gonna at some point, maybe tomorrow, reach Losar. So today we cycle, and at a point where we feel like we're kind of pushing it a bit, we find a nice, beautiful village and we camp there for the night. San, how are you feeling? Good. How's the first day of cycling?
It's going good.
Fallen in love with Spiti all over again. I came 3 years back I remember the terrain, the people, but just because we were stopping in villages like yesterday and talking to the villagers, such sweet people, so hospitable, so curious just to see, like two girls cycling. They're like, "Acha, ye kya hai, wo kya hai?"
The cycle is kind of connecting us. It's making us go at a slower pace. Even our interactions with the locals are,
Much more.
having a different kind of a flavor. When you stop by in a car, the locals don't come and open their hearts up, and they don't come running with a cup of water. Oh my God, aap cycle mein aa rahe ho, you're sweating. They look at you. I look like roadkill most of the time.
No, you don't.
The locals look at me and they say, "Oh my God, isko pani de do."
My God, thank you so much.
ये रख लेना गरम है अभी फ्रेश है
आपका बहुत 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 शुक्रिया.
कोई नहीं
Thank you. This is the first time I've come to Spiti where, I feel at my weakest, but the people are, so warm and so loving. So, just looking at them coming with so much of love, it refuels me again. And then my next leg again goes with strength.
And you don't realize you actually command a lot of respect when you're cycling, huh? Like all the locals, people passing in bikes, cars are all like thumbs up, go for it and all. I'm like, wow, man, this is a new experience. So that's also nice. So the plan for today is a little easy because yesterday was a bit hectic day. We did some 40 odd kilometers. We are in Kyato today. We are about 18 kilometers from Losar and another 18 kilometers from Losar to Kunzum Pass. So we don't want to do the pass today. So we'll go to the village. It's a village called Takcha right at the base of the pass. We estimate it will be some 20-25 odd kilometers. So just a relaxed ride, acclimatize, let your body rest a bit. That's where we'll camp.
This entire journey, we are not going through an itinerary. We are listening to our bodies and we are pacing ourselves well. Because when you just go by an itinerary, chances of falling sick, putting an extra burden in your body and breaking down are much higher. Go slow, let your body take its pace and then push.
Conserve your energy because you don't know when you'll need it. So don't just exhaust yourself just because you can.
Never go to your reserves. Always make sure that you're functioning above your reserves. If you're touching your reserves, camp, take one more day, but don't push yourself, not in the mountains. This is Hamsa village and we're going to have a breakfast stop over here.
Finally, I've been waiting for that. Julie!
Daniel!
For me, just wheeling down on the cycle, standing up. That's the first time I've done it. It's so much fun. Yeah, that was a high point for me. So here we are, second day of our cycling, and you can only truly see how beautiful and remote Spiti is when you cycle, not in any other format.
Over there, that's Losar village. We're on the way to Losar village. We'll be camping there today.
Now we're going to go to Takcha. We're going about 6-7 kilometers ahead of Losar, just below the pass.
That'll help prepare us for Kunzum Pass.
Yes.
Today's ride, ironically, was supposed to be easy, but the weather brought in unexpected elements. We had hailstone in between, and we had the helmet on, and it almost felt as if someone was aiming a gun at us and just shooting bullets. That was a new experience. And we also had patches of bad road, so navigating that was a little tricky. Even though on the map it was supposed to be an easy pass, but it turned out, with lots of elements in it. Right now we are in a campsite called Takcha. It's a little far away from Losar. We have horses over here running about, playfully jumping. It's almost like as if when we came with our bikes, the horses started jumping in happiness like, hey, we've got companions now.
The interesting thing is we thought it was a village. It turns out it's just a shepherd's camping spot. So as you can see, there are no houses here. no dhabas, no nothing. So we had to camp out here and bring out a dehydrated food.